Hello and good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are, whatever time you're listening to this. My name is Marvelous Marva, and I'm making this podcast because it's time. It's time to put my voice out there again. So, a little background. Many people may not know who I am, where I'm coming from, what I'm doing, why I'm doing this. But here goes my background. And I'm only going to just go back. This is going to be a short background because I have nothing but time nowadays to just record. So this goes back to 2022. I'll just start there. Just this past year. Right now we're in 2023. Today is January the 11th, 1/11. So clearly, if you're into synchronicities, then you get it. It is divine timing. It's time for me to start something like this. In 2022, I moved to Galveston. I uprooted my life. I decided that it was time for me to start something new. It was time for me to go ahead and explore and see what else was out there. My daughter was 18. We had both decided that it's time for us to live in separate places. Like she was 18, I was 41, and just leaving a group of wonderful friends, a relationship. Like I had just started over, and I wanted to start over again. And so I made the choice and I came out to Galveston. Before I came out to Galveston, I called myself a YouTuber. I made YouTube videos. I was on Instagram heavily every single day, several times a day, just posting like different inspirations and things that would just come to me. I was on TikTok. TikTok is where I think I kind of just decided to just stop everything because I got so obsessed with TikTok. It was crazy. Well, when I moved out here, things were really calm. Like I had been wanting a calm life. Like I thought that my life was too chaotic and it was time for me to be calm. And so I moved out here and things got really calm. I was able to really just tap into myself, and that's a strength. Like when you're going through it, it doesn't feel like a strength, but in hindsight, looking back now, I realized that is a strength, to be able to just separate yourself from everything and everyone and just go completely within and really just see yourself in all the things that you do and you think and you feel it, and it's all so grungy, but it's also real. So I got into myself and I decided to leave all of the social media in February. Well, not really in February. I'm going to back up just a bit. So I was a person before 2022, I was a person that did everything. Like if someone said, try this out, I was ready. I was ready to try everything. So I tried all of the plant medicines. I feel like I've tried every single plant medicine. I know I haven't, but I feel like I have. And that was another reason why I wanted to just regroup my life, because I'd done so much. And I was just it's starting to get boring. You know, the feeling when you just do the same things over and over again and you can't see on the other side of that. And you're just this is now getting stale. Like it's time for me to grow again. That's a good way to think about it. It's time for me to grow again. So I moved out here in February. When I moved out here, I still had a couple of friends, and I had this one friend. I went to hang out with her back in Houston, where I came from, and we ended up doing mushrooms together. This was in March. a month after me living out here by myself. Her birthday was in March, so that's how I remember, because she's an Aries, but she's like a later March kind of birthday. I went out there to her place and spent like a few days with her. During that adventure of hanging out with her for her birthday, we did mushrooms. And the mushrooms, I feel like the mushrooms pushed me and told me, hey, you need to get off of social media next. That's the next thing that you need to change. And I like freaked out. I didn't want to stop, but I listened. I came back home after hanging out with her, and I left TikTok. I left YouTube. I disabled everything, not even just disabled. I like completely shut down all of my accounts. I had a website with a little blog. I had all these things. I even had a podcast. I deleted everything. And I started completely over from scratch. And it made me like, it was the most deconstructing and constructive thing that I could have ever done for myself. It was so good because I was able to finally see myself without any attachments. I had 0 attachments, plus I had just moved out to a new place, so I didn't really have any friends. I let all my other friends go, and I was freaking out, but I was also just here and just being in it every single day. I just had to like be in it. I didn't really have any other choice. There was nothing else that I could do. I couldn't go run to anyone. I had to really just rely on myself. And with that, it taught me so much. It taught me so much. And I'm here now. I want to open this space now that I'm in a new year. It's 2023. I feel so much clarity. I've learned so much. I'm ready to share what I've learned and to kind of just be that voice. There was one thing that I didn't completely quit. Like I had moments where I would let it go and then I'd come back to it, and that was YouTube. I stopped uploading. Like I completely dismantled my channel. It was Marvelous Marva back then. And I completely just deleted all my videos. That took some guts because I had videos up and I was getting views. And like before I had like goals of I wanted to be a YouTuber. Now I understand those goals, they may have been superficial, and I didn't realize what I wanted to actually be doing on there, because sometimes I would record or I would, make a video and then have to edit it, and it felt like it was work and it didn't feel fun sometimes. And so I had to really check in with myself to see, excuse me, to see if that's what I wanted to do. See, my throat chakra is acting up right now as I'm speaking. I know now that I do want to use my voice. I want to use my voice. Not letting go all the way of YouTube was one of the things that helped me get through this period, this whole year of just like being with myself, because I was able to go back to videos or to search for videos of people going through similar things. I couldn't find a lot of videos like of women that were in their early 40s that had just like ripped up their lives and started over. I couldn't find a lot of videos about that, but I did find other videos. And I was able to focus on other things like synchronicities and tarot and astrology and human design. Like I've learned a lot. So I'm making this podcast as an outlet for others out there, for myself first and foremost, for myself to share the things that I've learned, to be the voice in the community of the rest of us that's out there that just needs something to listen to. Now I feel okay saying that. Before it felt superficial and like I was trying to prove something. I'm not trying to prove anything. It's a joy to me to have people that upload videos like weekly and to be able to listen to them and get the inspiration that I need and realize that, dang, we're all here on this human journey, just like trying to figure it out every single day and nobody knows what the heck's going on. Like we're just all trying to be here. And so I want to be a part of that. And I want to share that here in this podcast. I'm so glad that the Google Play Store has all these different apps that you can just like download really fast when you feel inspiration and just post things and just grow. I'm ready to grow in this way. And I hope the audio is good on here. You wouldn't guess where I'm sitting right now while I'm recording this. I'll tell you, I'm on the toilet. I live alone. I do really what I want. I woke up this morning super late, like at 10:40. Let's be honest, it was 10:40. I was dreaming so good. I did not want to get up this morning. It was crazy. I realize that I do sometimes need to just allow myself to do just these things. As I'm recording right now, I guess parts of me is a little bit nervous. I'm sweating just a little bit, but it doesn't feel like anxiety. It actually feels like excitement. Y'all don't know how long I've wanted to share my voice. People tell me that my voice is soothing, that they enjoy hearing it. Whenever I go back because even though I had deleted the channels and the YouTube and the Instagram and all that, I still have all of that footage is still in the cloud. Like that was the one thing that helped me to make peace with it and to just say, it's okay, just let it go. Because it was all still backed up in the cloud. Like I can still go back sometimes every once in a while. My phone will be like, remember this day? And I'll play whatever comes up. And I'm just like, God, I love listening to myself. I don't think that's conceited. I think that that's just part of the gifts that I was given. I'm back in a job where I get to work from home talking to people. And this time the job that I have doesn't have a million gazillion rules. They're just like, shine your light, be yourself, relate to the customers. I'm just like, y'all want me to do that? I don't have to follow a whole script. And they're like, no, we want our customers to feel like they're at home. So yeah, I finally got a job that really aligns with me and feels good to do. And I feel like putting my voice out there is a good thing. Making this podcast is a good thing. I don't know how I'm going to share it with the world so people can find me. But for now, this is episode number 1. I'm not going to go back and try to edit it and make it any kind of anything extra. This is it. This is me. I am Marvelous Marva. I do refer to myself as Marvelous because that helps people remember my name. It's already unique, but when I put the Marvelous in front, it makes it even more magical. And that's why my mom gave me this name, because she said when she saw me, she thought I was marvelous. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this first episode. Hang on tight, because there's going to be more. Now that I feel the confidence back inside of myself and I'm ready to share again, I want to be a voice for those who are living by themselves, those who are rebuilding their lives, those who are married and trying to figure out how to not feel alone while being married. I have so many stories to share. Those with children who are trying to figure out how to navigate being a good parent or just being a parent in general. Life is just crazy. And I have a lot to share. So I hope you enjoyed listening to this first episode. I don't want to keep it too long. Um, Feel free. I don't know, like with this app, I'm using Anchor to record this, so I don't know if there are like a subscribe or I believe there is, because I remember before when I had this, there was a subscribe feature or a follow feature, something like that, because I was marketing it on TikTok and I would tell people about it on TikTok and then they would come back and follow me. I had like an audience of 3. I didn't do it for very long because, in that process, I had to hurry up and just like shut everything down. But this time, I'm going to keep going because I'm doing it for different reasons. It's not because I want to blow up and become like, a gazillionaire. It's literally because I just want to share. I want to share. And sharing is caring. So anyway, thank you again for listening. I hope that you have a wonderful day, morning, night, wherever you are. Everything's going to be okay. We're all in this together. And yeah, I'll figure out a good sign off as time goes on. But for now, it's just going to be, yeah. I love you all. Bye.